We are talking now to Mr. Randall Chase. He is the president, your president, of the Cedar Hill Chamber of Commerce. We're going to talk a little bit about the small business community and what the chamber is, et cetera, et cetera. Mr. Randall, welcome.
Thank you. I'm really glad to be here. Thank you. This has been a fantastic conference so far. I just am blown away at everything that we're hearing, what we're learning, the opportunities that businesses are having in this community, and the growth that we're seeing through this type of interaction is just absolutely fantastic. And so, thank you. And I'm looking forward to the rest of the day.
Awesome. So, Randall, you and I have talked a bit about chambers of commerce. Tell me traditionally, why do people, first of all, what is a chamber of commerce? And why should people join one?
So I could give the long answer, but we have a short amount of time. So it started back in the early days of our country. But in a nutshell, a chamber of commerce is basically an organization that is made up of the business community. So it is business owners coming together to advocate, to network, to work on behalf of one another's business, to really encourage the community's growth. So that's really the heart of where chambers come from. The basis of where a chamber can be effective is when the businesses that are members are working with one another. It's not about the staff. It's not my chamber. I'm not the. It's not what I want to do and all or the staff. It's what the businesses as a community want to do and how they can best get out of their participation with it.
Yeah, so many people, especially in recent years, have decided to not necessarily join chambers of commerce. My theory is that many people don't know what a chamber of commerce is or why a person should join. But also, we've seen some significant shifts in our communities, especially in the southern Dallas County, northern Ellis County regions, where we are seeing a lot of first generation Black and Brown business owners. I can say that out loud because we talk about it often. And I will say, as a person that looks the way that I do, I didn't grow up knowing about chambers of commerce. It just wasn't a part of my history. It's not a part of what I knew. It wasn't until somebody pulled me along and said, you need to be a part of this, and I'm going to show you the ropes of how you make the most of your time out of this group. So talk to us about what some of the things that the Cedar Hill Chamber of Commerce is doing to address those needs and to really identify and understand the needs of the business community so that they can create a thriving space for everyone.
Yeah, absolutely, and appreciate the statement because I think there has what you're saying is not a misconception. There has been a traditional history of chambers being closed and being organizations that really only benefited a small group of people that were either members specifically or that it was just kind of a boys' club realistically. And what we're trying to do as an organization is reflect not only our community, but also reflect the changing business climate that we're in. I think that one of the biggest hurdles that we have to overcome is that perception that what we're doing is what we've always done. And I think the difficulty in that is that if we don't actively get out in our community and show the difference in what we're doing, then like you said, no one's going to know, and people aren't going to be encouraged to come be a part of it. So, communities have found other outlets. They've co-working spaces were big. There are networking groups like BNI or other types of pay-to-play networking organizations that really came onto the scene to fill the gaps that chambers were supposed to be doing but were lacking in. Specifically, what we have done is we have actually looked at our model, what we do as an organization, and we have said, okay, this is effective, this isn't. And if it's not effective, if it's not really helping our business community, we're done. And we need to reevaluate what programs are helpful. So or events like this, where we're actually coming together with leaders and thought leaders and innovators and collaborators to bring that information to the business community as a conduit. Not that we're the holders of the information, we're just the straw that it can go through. And the goal is to get it out to the most people and be the most impactful.
I've been so impressed, Randall, with all of the adjustments, the very fast changes that the Cedar Hill Chamber has made, that the Cedar Hill Economic Development has made. You all are providing to your community information. Sometimes we discount the value of information, but information often grants us access. Information, knowledge, those things grant us access. So I'm going to ask you that if you're watching today and you live in the region, I think it's so important that you share this with someone who also is here, who needs to know, because the information is readily available to those who would choose to listen. If you're just joining us, I just want to remind you where we are. You are at the Hire Me Regional Workforce Summit. It's brought to you by the Cedar Hill Chamber of Commerce as well as the Cedar Hill Economic Development Corporation. We've been talking about a number of things. We've been talking about the workforce of the future, how to be prepared for that. We're getting ready to talk about what educational tools we need to be empowered. Randall, as we close out our time together, I would love for you to tell us how to connect with you at the Chamber and what do we want to do if we want to be involved?
So the best way to connect with us is visit our website, cedarhillchamber.org, and there's all the information there. Also, we'll give you specifically the events that we have going on right now and what we've got planned for the future. So we do networking events after hours, fun programs like that people can be a part of, as well as early morning and organizational summits like what we have here. So best way to do that is check out our website, cedarhillchamber.org, and I want to say thank you. Thank you so much for putting this together, for getting it going, and for just being a fantastic facilitator. This has been awesome.
Thank you, Randall. We love being a part of the Cedar Hill Chamber, and we love being a part of this community. We're going to hear next in just a moment from Mr. Frankie Wilson, who will be facilitating our panel on the education of the future.